Welcome back to another episode of these crazy guys that just eat meat all the time. Can't stop talking about it. Today we got a special return guest. BNS from the Indian subcontinent has come back to tell us about all things carnivore in India. So BNS, what's been going on since the last time we talked?
Hey, Tom and Justin, it's always a pleasure to talk with you guys. And a lot has changed since the last time. And now I got so many success stories with me. And yeah, I got pretty big on YouTube too. So I'm very happy to share all of that.
Excellent. Yeah. So you've got your original channel, which was BNS Goku Great, right?
Yes, yes,
And then you've got a new channel, right?
yes. Telugu Superhumans, which is an Indian channel.
Awesome. So you've got one that's in English for the English speaking part of the world, and one just for India, right?
Yes. Like BNS Go Great channel is where I interview the experts there regarding health and mindset. And I translate everything there into the Indian channel. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Nice. That's
Gotcha.
good.
So many people here know English, but some people are uncomfortable with English. So that's why I translate that in my style. So that's why I got nearly 250,000 subscribers. I'm very happy.
Wow.
That's amazing, BNS.
That's amazing. And you're a one-man team. You do almost all this yourself, and then your sister works with you sometimes, or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing how much you get done, man. You are a highly productive human being.
Do you think you would be able to be as sharp and productive without the carnivore diet? Do you think your channel would be just as successful? I mean, I know talking about carnivore and diet is very popular. Everyone wants to lose weight. Everyone wants to be more healthy, right? But I mean, as far as you personally going through it and all the work that you put into it, because I don't care if you're Indian or if you can understand it or anything, go to the channel because the production values are like, BNS is like the Indian Steven Spielberg or Lucasfilm, for real. It's that good. So what do you think? Do you feel like being carnivore helps with the energy? You know, I'm sure sometimes you're doing 12, 13-hour days, or 4 hours editing. I don't know. It looks like you spend that much time on it. So do you feel like if you were on a different diet or standard diet or, eating McDonald's with carbs, that you would be able to tackle it as you are able to carnivore?
Yeah, sure, Justin. So first of all, a sound mind resides in a sound body. That we have to all agree. So imagine that I was fat, okay? I was fat and I was making the videos. Would anyone watch it? Like imagine that, okay, if I say that you have to do this to lose the weight, will anyone heed my advice? No, right? So first of all, that's the thing. And second one is, after I read so many books, due to this, because I was fat, I read so many books, like more than 340 books in the last 1.5 years. And I gained so much knowledge. So because of health, I also gained knowledge about mindset, productivity, etc. So now everything went hand in hand, and now I was able to do anything. So my channel is not about only about the health, but also about the mindset and productivity. So yeah, carnivore diet indirectly helped me with that.
So you've been collecting a lot of success stories, right? I mean, you were telling me the information comes in at a rate that no human being can consume, right? So did you want to share some success stories today, or?
Yeah, of course. I have a special software so that I can really share that. And before that, now I'm in such a situation that I cannot even collect the success stories. I have been flooded by the success stories. Like, for example, I get more than now 1,500 messages per day on Instagram itself. So I'm unable to keep up with that. And I connect a live every Saturday to interact directly with my subscribers, video chat. So many people directly, they themselves come here to share their success story. So that's how I got so many success stories on live. And I have got some, and literally in the past lives, a person came and literally cried in the live saying thanks to me. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to help as many people as possible, because health is very easy, very simple. People complicate it. For example, yesterday I was talking with a subscriber, and she said that she did not even bend. She was not able to even bend to take a pencil that's fallen.
Mm.
Now she can do, after doing the diet, she did not know what happened, but she can literally walk for example, I got another success story, and where the person could not even walk for 10 minutes straight without sitting. Now he was able to walk more than 1 hour. So I have been flooded by such kind of success stories, but now I will show you some of the things.
Okay, let's see.
Awesome.
Okay, so one second. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is a person whose diabetes got reversed, and yeah, 1 second. So yeah, there is another person whose HbA1c value is 14. Was 14? Sorry. Yeah, was 14. Now his HbA1c value went to 5.8 after going
Wow.
through this diet without taking any medications. That's the most important thing. I did not even say not to take medications, but they did anyway. So he's I think no longer diabetic, and I have so many. I will show you once.
Sure. Take your time.
It's so good. These are great. I mean, you know, these are some awesome stories. You know, when you talk about the lady that couldn't bend a pencil, my mind goes to arthritis. I mean, you know,
Yes.
it's interesting that you don't even, you know, oftentimes. I mean, I don't know what the healthcare system is like in India, but I'm guessing maybe there's a lot of people, especially those that are maybe lower on the economic status, that may just be in pain and have never even gotten a diagnosis. And so they try they find your channel because it's free, right? And then they try that and they're like, oh, I'm better, you know? So it's really awesome without even a diagnosis or seeing a doctor, probably. That's just a guess.
Yeah, we can say that I am very fortunate that I got this opportunity, because, for example, many people can't afford. For example, like when they go to nutritionists, they charge so much, right? And they give like what food pyramid based guidelines, so it won't work either. And if they come, they will say that you did not exercise enough, so that it won't work. So some of the success stories are like her triglycerides was 615. And many people don't even know that triglycerides are bad. That's the situation. They are concerned with cholesterol, but they don't know about the triglycerides. So when
Right.
she tried the diet for 1 month, her triglycerides went to 179, and after 2 months, her triglycerides went to 140 or something. So that's one of the example.
Which is really interesting, because you hear that carnivore will shoot up your triglycerides. And then there's some people that I think that does actually happen, but I just love these stories where I just feel like carnivore, whichever side you're on, whether it's too much or too little of something, it totally takes you back into more center. Like I love the stories where it's the numbers coming down, something especially like triglycerides.
Yes.
Because there is that concern in the community that being carnivore will actually increase your triglycerides. So that's awesome story.
Yeah, like many people take coffee, and it also like increases the triglycerides, right? So many people don't know about that, and they blame the diet. So yeah,
Right.
and before that, I would like to share another success story. Yeah, his friend's sugar level was 457.
Wow.
And it came to normal after doing this diet.
How long was he doing the diet? Do you
Maybe
know?
1.5 month or 1 month.
Wow,
That's fast.
that's amazing.
Like within starting 1 week, he started to see the results. But to make sure, they approached doctors also. So doctor confirmed it. So, and I'm very happy that many doctors are on board with this. They are messaging me, and they are themselves following this diet and sharing their success
Wow.
stories. So we can say this diet is backed by doctors.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I literally got so many success stories, but I would like to share some more things. For example, a person was trying to conceive from the past 5 years, since of last 5 years, and she was not able to conceive. But after going on this diet, she was able to finally conceive. So that's another thing. And
Awesome.
even
Yeah.
hemorrhoids also got reversed. I mean, that's another thing. And uric acid levels came normal, and they reversed their gout.
Yeah. Which again is one of those things where the rumor is if you eat a bunch of meat that you're going to get gout, and here's eating a bunch of meat reversing gout. That's awesome. And the conception, you know, me and anyone watching this, mine and Tom's expression doesn't change through hearing these success stories. And it's not that me and Tom are not paying attention. It's that to us, it's like, yeah, of course. Like we hear these every single day, these supposed incurable illnesses or people struggling with this for decades and seeing doctors and trying many different things. And then we're like, oh, they did carnivore. Oh yeah. Well, of course, all those levels went, like, it's not even, that's why there's no shock, no surprise, no, like, well, I'm trying to be enthusiastic because we're on a video, but if BNS was just telling us this off camera, we'd be like, yeah, I mean, it's totally not surprising at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Like we became sort of numb, right? So numb to these success stories. Like in the beginning, when I was hearing these success stories, like I was so thrilled. And afterwards, like yesterday, a person came and said he lost more than 67 pounds. And I was like, yeah, that's a good thing. And I did not even got. So it became so normal. Like people are losing more than 100 pounds. They tried to spend so many thousands of dollars on the products and it won't work. And after they found this diet, it's working. So why don't they share their enthusiasm?
Yeah, I don't know what the number is worldwide, but there's all those gadgets and pills and stuff that people will sell you to help you lose weight, and most of them have little or no effect whatsoever.
Yes.
And of course, we all suffered from really bad dietary advice. I mean, gout's a great example. They'll tell you that gout's caused by eating meat, and that's really not true. You know, uric acid levels can be affected, and when you break down meat, you get purines, which contribute to uric acid. It was really the precipitation of uric acid crystals out of the serum, out of the blood, and accumulating in the joints that's an issue. And that seems to be tied to eating carbohydrates and not meat. And then sometimes what they diagnose as gout based on pain in the joints is actually from oxalates or oxalic acid forming crystals in the joints as well, which is almost always a plant-based issue because people eat, plants that are high in oxalates, and then their body can't eliminate them fast enough, so the body stores them, and that's where we get kidney stones from. The oxalic acid.
And Tom, like in India, more than 93% of the kidney stones are due to oxalates.
Wow.
Oh wow, yeah, because I think the global average is like 83%. So in India, it's even a little higher.
Yeah, but people don't even know about oxalates. I'm very, like, it's very shocking to me that I was the first person to talk about oxalates. And
really?
as I like in India, like in my part of India, and they were like looking very shockingly. And I made a video about oxalates, debunk, like showing the proof and everything. And when I interviewed Salika Norton, like I interviewed her twice on my channel, and she gave me a lot of knowledge, and I used that. And people are not even able to, like, how to say, accept this. For example, there are some people who are saying that it won't matter. Okay, leave it.
It's only science. What does science know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't know about phytonutrients or, oxalates or polyphenols in the plants before I came to carnivore either. I mean, I really had no idea either. The only people talking about are in the space, because there's so much plant-based, people pushing plant-based. It's so healthy for you. Eat the rainbow, you get the kale, whatever. It's like, oh, this is so helpful. It has to be because everyone's saying it's helpful. And they never talk about any plant toxins or that there's ever any possibility of any negativity from eating any of these plants. And it's just completely nuts in a whole nother world once you start scooting over to this side.
Justin, I would like to say something here because we are talking about the phytonutrients, etc., right? But majority of the people here don't even know what a carbohydrate is. So you can understand how hard it is for me to convince them that some of the plants are very dangerous. So first of all, like I'm making people to shift to a low carb diet and then slowly move them towards a carnivore diet because people are unable to understand because it's such a new concept to them. They literally, they even don't know what a carbohydrate and what a protein, what fat is. So I'm trying my best. Yeah. And Justin and Tom, I forgot to share one of the success stories because I think it would be very nice.
Yeah.
One second.
Away.
Yeah. So like,
I get what you're saying about people not understanding what a carbohydrate is, because I mean I have that conversation with people as well. They don't realize we're talking about carbohydrates, protein, and fat, right? Those are the three primary sources for our calories. That's the material our body uses to rebuild itself and so on and so forth. So you got to kind of start with those basic elements a lot of times.
Yes, and they do not believe that carbohydrates are non-essential. So they think that if we don't eat carbohydrates, we die. Then I ask them why. Show me why.
Right.
Yeah, and now I got the success story. For example, a person got psoriasis.
Yeah.
And after doing the diet for 1 month, see the results.
What?
Oh.
Wow.
So like I have been receiving such kind of testimonials, and that's why my channel is very popular here because of the success stories. People themselves share their success stories. I did not even force them. So that's how it became popular. So imagine that even after showing this kind of success stories, still there are some people who do not believe. So what we say, God bless them.
Right. That's what you do. That's what I say every day when I read Dr. Khan's posts on Instagram. Well, God bless him. Hopefully he figures it out one of these days.
Now, are there like, because your YouTube channel, it's probably the biggest carnivore channel in India. I'm curious if anyone's cloning your channel or if there's other people that are starting a carnivore channel, because you can't reach all of India by yourself. I mean, maybe you could, but I just, there's what, 1.5 billion people, something like that. That's a lot of heads. You know what I mean? You probably ruin YouTube servers or something like that. I'm gonna try and watch one of our videos, and it's not gonna play. It's just gonna be buffering. It's gonna be because everyone, all of YouTube's streaming, all the power to be going to power your channel. So, yeah. I mean, it'd be kind of like, have you noticed that? Like, is it actually growing in that way as well? Or are you a bit too far removed from that end to really see any of that?
Yeah, I got your question. So actually, I'm starting my channel. Like my channel is based in southern part of India. So I did not go to North India as of now. So I'm planning to. So the other surprising thing is that there are so many sub channels based on my channel. Like people are doing carnivore diet or low carb diet, and they are sharing their success stories. Like they are sharing their journey by sharing their recipes, etc. So now more and more people are in tune with that because they are finding the recipes there. So like I can say that there are like 10 channels based on my channel, 10 to 15 channels.
Awesome.
So it's growing. So we will see what we can do in all the parts of India. I'm planning to launch an international channel in English, like speaking about this, not about the, like BNS Go Great channel is about the interviews, right? So many people who don't like to watch an hour long interview. So that's why I'm planning to expand my things. So we'll see how it goes.
So give us an idea, like how many languages and dialects are common in India? Quite a few, right?
Yeah, actually, if you want the real picture, it would be in thousands.
Ooh, wow.
But there are like some of the main languages. So there are some main languages like Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, like that. So English is also fine with majority of the people, but some people are very uncomfortable with that. So that's why my channel is in Telugu language.
Okay. So there's probably 4 or 5 non-English languages then, primary ones.
Yeah, we can say that.
Oh, okay. You can do it.
Do it. Yeah, it's all right. We'll let you have the YouTube server power to power your international channel.
Thank you. So, guys, last time when I came to the show, I shown some before after pictures of mine, right? So now I got some of them. Like, would you like to? Yeah, update.
Perfect. Let's
hear it.
Yeah. So I will show you guys. Oh, one second. Okay.
Psoriasis feet. That's what.
Oh, okay. One second. Okay. This is my before picture. You know that,
Yep, I remember that one.
and this is one of the recent ones. And one second. It's so tiny that I have to lean into watch that.
It's all right. Take your time, dude.
Yeah.
You got plenty of
Okay. This is one of the new things.
Nice.
time.
Love the sport coat. I love the orange. So stylish.
Thank you.
See, you go carnivore and you get better style, right? Like if you go back, like, you know, what's that shirt? You know what I mean? And those pants, and then boom, styling, posing, you know?
Yeah, we cannot even wear nice clothes, man.
Oh,
like
yeah.
before that, I was a ball. How many shirts and pants would fit a ball? Very few. So now I am I'm getting strong and lean. So
Yeah.
I bought like literally hundreds of new clothes. It's
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the better your shape, or more normal your shape, the more places you can buy clothes for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Gets easier.
And you can find stuff on clearance because everyone's getting bigger and you're getting smaller.
There
So
you go.
you can raid thrift stores, Goodwill, clearance racks, get all your clothes for less than half price. That's how I do it. This shirt cost me $1. I got this shirt for $1 from Spencer's. Like, yes, because it's a small.
Okay, nice. It's not that popular here. So thrift stores are not that popular here. So yeah. And I think that purchasing costumes, like costly costumes or dresses, is like a gift that you give to yourself after losing weight. So in my opinion, that's what it is.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Little reward for all the hard work.
Yeah.
So do you have any more success stories to share with us, or do you want to show some?
Yeah, like I did not like if I want, I can literally, I have like so many thousands of success stories. I got only some of the few, but I can literally share so many things. For example, many people reported that their mental activeness, like they got improved. For example, many people was angry or short-tempered before, but after going through the diet, they become calm, sort of zen like. So I have been listening this kind of success stories a lot of times, so that's got stuck in me. And many people reverse their PCOD. That's another thing. And many people saw some muscle gain after doing this diet. And and gastric problems. It's a very, 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 very common in India. People try to consume all sorts of tablets and etc. and powders, but it won't work. So, but after going through this diet, within like starting 15 days, they are seeing a lot of improvements, and that's another thing. And and we can literally see, headaches gone, migraines gone. Migraines is one of such common topic that's been recurring. So, the migraines gone. And,
hey, I should come back on. We talk about migraines again.
Yeah, and I'm introducing them to the red light glasses also, red glasses also. So people are interested.
Have they figured out how they're going to make enough of the blue block glasses to keep up with you?
You should share that story. BNS, share the story.
We will talk after the interview goes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So have you had an effect on the meat supply in India yet? Is there a goat shortage yet?
Not yet, fortunately, but people are saying that the prices went up. I don't know the reason.
I think that's happened in every country, including the US and Canada and stuff. So it's hard to tell what's COVID related and what's not, because I thought it was all COVID related. And then I read an article that in the US that meat consumption is actually increasing, and it was kind of shocked the industry. So maybe that's happening.
Yeah, and here mainly what happens is that we do not consume beef because of religious reasons. That's why this diet became costly. yes, lamb and mutton is a little bit costly here. So
Right.
people are like trying to eat like the lunch with eggs, lots of eggs, and the dinner with mutton like that to reduce the costs. But I wish the like the costs were less, so that like even like thousands and thousands of people would go on this diet. And now I can literally say that like more than 100,000 people are on a meat heavy diet.
A
After
That's
hundred
awesome.
thousand, man. A
yeah.
100,000. That's insane.
I mean, it would be
So
really
many.
cool. I'm always thinking about how to get more meat into, disprofit, underserved hands. And I don't know if you ever thought about doing a fundraiser. You could pick a family or something like that, and do like a fundraiser, donations or something for like a family to give them meat, pay for enough meat for 6 months, 3 months, maybe even a year. Just really giving back that way, or any way that me and Tom could participate, or the carnivore community, because we all feel so good that we all have a drive to try to get other people to feel as good as we are.
Yes.
So
exactly.
I feel like that could be something that, Sean would donate, like so many people, so many people. Like, I just think that'd be a beautiful gift. Just throwing stuff out there and throwing Sean's name out there because I have to. But yeah, yeah, because I get it. I get it for people. I mean, I don't know what the primary driver of economic hardship in India is. I know for us here, it's a lot of single parent households. You have single parents with 2 or 3 kids. That's rough. They're already working full time. They got to pay rent, electricity, internet, the obvious stuff. And then they're eating, raw, the kids are eating ramen noodles, which are these really, really cheap, noodles and vegetables, because it is cheaper. It really is cheaper. Especially it's difficult when you're talking family costs, and to me, that's where we got to hit hard is the mothers, and the families, to get, entire generations of people eating this way. So that's kind of my big idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Justin. But there's a complication here, because how many families can we support? That's another thing. So that's why I'm saying that I want to make this diet budget friendly. So what I was trying to do is that I asked them to include eggs, lots of eggs, as an alternative, like at least for one time a day, so that they can drastically reduce the costs. So I'm trying to make this diet as budget friendly as possible. But yeah, we'll think about that, because that's a great idea.
Yeah, well, and I think too, once people's dietary choices shift a little bit, the producers will probably rise to the occasion, and
Yeah.
they might very well be able to bring down the price just by producing more if they know what people are going to eat, especially if more people are going to eat the same thing. If they're just going to shift that direction, let's say it's just egg production, maybe if they can increase egg production, they can even bring the price of eggs down, or maybe they can get the price of lamb down or something like that, mutton.
Yeah, but I forgot to say that the people who are doing 100% strict, they are saying that this diet is not costly, because they eliminated rest of everything. Like,
Right.
Oh yeah.
like not even the products they consume for. Imagine that how much it would cost to go to a hospital. It would cost a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
So many people suffer here with so many chronic problems, and they frequently visit the doctors, and they try to take all sorts of things, and it became costly. So now, after doing this diet, they are benefiting the experiences. They are benefiting the how to say, they are experiencing the benefits, so that they are doing it 100%. So now they are able to reduce the costs. So either way, that's a win-win situation, we can say that.
Yeah,
and
for
another
sure.
thing too, I mean, it's kind of two-way. I was mainly talking about it, it's costly in the beginning because you've already spent money on your month's groceries, 2 weeks groceries or whatever. Now you can't eat any of that. And so now you got to spend, it's like paying, it's like double. It's kind of costs double in the beginning. And then as time goes on, it shrinks or absolutely dissipates. And it's two ways. It's one, the way you're talking about, people, less doctor visits, less medication, less junk food. So that's all savings, savings. Then on the other end, you tend to become more productive, right? So people that couldn't work are now working, because of the carnivore diet. Or if they were, just kind of hanging it together at their job, but having to take a lot of sick days, or because of the doctor visits coming in late or taking time off, that's always cutting into pay. Or maybe they're picking up a second or third gig because they feel so good. So, it's both ways. It becomes less expensive, and more affordable because you're making more money and you're spending less. So, there's always a way to make something expensive, but as long as you're being sensible about it, you can eat this cheap. That is 100% true.
Exactly, Justin. Like for example, people can buy cheap meals and grain-based things. They could extend their lifespan, but after doing this diet, they could expand their health span and quality of life. So that's what also matter, right? Like people earn money, and rich man, like how to say this? There's this idiom rich man in graveyard. Yeah, we should not become a rich man in graveyard.
Right.
So we should be able to enjoy all our life, right? So that's how I believe.
Yeah, we say you can't take it with you. So talking about money, right? When you die. Yeah, I think too, when people figure out what meat and eggs, dairy they're going to eat, maybe cheese, they'll find the place where they can get the best price on that. And they only have to go to that one place, right? Because if here you go to the regular grocery store, you could get peanut butter and jelly and bread and whatever, corn chips and tortillas and beans and rice and whatever, and you're not buying all that stuff. You don't need taco sauce and salsa and all these condiments anymore, ketchup and mustard and all the things that we normally eat, relish and pickles and on that. You don't buy that stuff anymore, right? You just buying a staple food, that's most people gravitate towards a certain type of meat or eggs or whatever. So if you once you narrow that down and you find a good source and you're buying, perhaps you can buy it in bulk now and save a little bit of money.
Yeah. Tom, you pointed out the exact thing. Imagine that a person buys cheap but junk food, and he spends his youngness or his 40s 30s with that, and imagine that he comes to 60s, and now he's in such an age that he should be able to enjoy, right? Now he will spend all the money that got saved in hospitals and in medication, etc., and he will not able to enjoy the life.
Right.
So we are doing the exact reverse, so that we are being prudent in our finance, and now our health will become so good that we will be able to enjoy our elder life, like how to say, after 60s.
There you go. Yeah, it's kind of like, would you rather be continue eating junk food and shooting up insulin, or would you like to just eat steak?
Right. BNS, so I kind of want to talk about you, carnivore, and your personal journey. Do you still feel like you're healing from things? Are you still noticing more energy, more mental clarity? Like, is it still getting better, or have you reached max health? Like, what do you think? Where are you at?
Yeah, recently I started to eat 2 times per day. So now a lot of things changed suddenly that I have been experiencing. I did not even know that we can experience like this after going to 2 times a day. That instantly within 2 to 3 days, my skin got a lot better within just 2 to 3 days. So I think we can do a lot if we experiment. So I have been doing, I did strictly 100% for the starting 3 months. But after that, I added a little bit of everything, not daily, but sometimes. But now, when I went to 2 times a day, it's on a whole another level. So I have been experiencing so many benefits that it's good. I will report what experiences I am getting.
Excellent. You got any idea how many calories you tend to eat in a day?
I don't care.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I eat until I'm full, and I don't care. That's it. I eat when I'm hungry. That's it. So yeah, I eat. For example, I don't know. I even don't count. But if you take this much bowl, I eat two bowls of mutton per lunch, and after that, in the evening, if I get hungry, I will eat two, like a bowl and half, something like that. I don't like, I eat maybe who knows, 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty typical.
Yeah.
Have you done any messing with like fat to protein ratios, salt, minerals, electrolytes, anything like that?
I did not do. I just eat, and I don't
just
care,
eat.
and it's working well.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because mutton, like we use ghee also, so we are getting fat, and we have, like, I select the fatty cuts of the meat, so I get fat and protein. And I know Tom is doing with lean meats, but sometimes I do eat lean meats, and sometimes I replace dinner with fish. I do whatever I want, but I don't get hungry. That's the thing. I make sure that I don't sleep hungry.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
And do you do the rule where you eat 2 hours before bed? Because I know some people can have digestive issues or like racing heartbeat. I know I get kind of wacky or don't sleep as well if I eat too close to bed. So do you kind of follow that as well?
Yeah, I eat early. I make sure that I eat before 8 o'clock. I know it's not that early, but I try to eat early, and I recommended people to eat before 8 p.m. Because many people have this habit to snack on things. They try to eat fruits before they sleep, carbohydrate heavy meals right before they sleep. So
Yeah, I know. I got a friend who was complaining, like, he eats big meals and then he doesn't feel good, and then he can't sleep, and then when he wakes up in the morning, he's hungry again. And I was like, yeah, it's because you're not digesting that food very well, and you you distended your stomach and it hasn't retracted yet. And so once it starts retracting, then you get that hunger signal from your stomach being empty. So, and he's kind of caught in this cycle where he's eating and going to bed not feeling good, And I think I was there many a time myself in the past, so it's easy to get caught up.
Have been.
Yeah.
Man, I used to do Fruit Loops and a bottle of Coke before going to bed. Coca-Cola and Fruit Loops. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Do you have Fruit Loops in India?
Loops?
Fruit Loops, it's a sugary cereal, breakfast cereal.
We do not have it, but we have fruit juices. So like many people, I don't know the logic, but many people are so like, how to say, they love their fruit juices so much that they think that it's quintessential for good health, and they try to give them to their kids early in the morning or throughout the day. So when I said that fruits are bad, and they were like, whoa, did you say, what did you say?
And what about the vitamin C?
Yeah, I even explained that when we take carbohydrates or sugar, the vitamin C won't they don't do well. So you have to take more vitamin C, and if you take more vitamin C, it becomes into oxalates. They don't know what.
Right.
So yeah, I have been doing a lot of research, and I'm trying to present the science behind it.
Well, fruit juice is big here too. I know television commercials frequently have ads for orange juice. Both on both sides of our country, we got California and we got Florida. They both grow a lot of oranges. They're trying to sell their juice, and then the rest of the country, they grow apples, so they're always pushing apple juice. And then on the East Coast, they grow cranberries. So I was trying to sell cranberry juice, and then now it's pomegranate juice. And they talk about them being, antioxidants. They don't tell you that they're loaded with oxidative, carbohydrates, right?
Tom, like Dr. Ken Mary got a nice way of saying this. He said that, okay, it like ads, like manufacturers do this purposely, but imagine that if you got rat poop and you fortify it with vitamins and minerals, they could even sell that it's fortified with vitamins and minerals. So it's like that. Many people don't know the exact thing. So they just think that, okay, it has lots of vitamins and minerals, so we'll buy it. So
Right.
next time we hear that, we should remember that. Okay,
Right.
what's the difference between rat poop and that?
Well, it's true. And like the orange juice here, I think they add calcium to it
Mhm.
to make it sound healthier. Our bread, they have to fortify our bread with vitamins like thiamine. I forget what else. Is
Riboflavin.
riboflavin. Yeah. So they
Yeah.
add all that stuff to try and help it not be as deficient as it is. Right.
Because it's bleached.
Right. And it's
Of
grain.
course.
It's going to rot your teeth and it's going to give you arthritis and all the other problems. So, yeah, like you said, fortified rat poop is still just rat poop.
Yeah.
So BNS, I do have a question. Are you getting any pushback? Are you getting haters? Or are you getting trolls in the comment section? Are you getting people like protesting to shut your channel down or anything like that?
Yeah. So luckily my comments are 99.9% positive. So people really believe me and trust me. And there are some channels and there are some people, of course, right?
Right.
So they come and say they don't know the science. And then I issued an open challenge to everyone like that. Say, okay, I conduct a live every Saturday. So you can literally come and debate with me. And they cannot come because they can't. So they're just trying to get the views, and I don't care because see, when we know that there's an idiom here that a how to say a person who is unwilling to hear is stronger than king. So they cannot even hear what we are trying to say, and they are like narrow-minded,
Right.
myopical approach that they are just saying that meat causes cancer. And I literally showed them the studies, and they went into the studies, and I talked about the observational, epidemiological, interventional studies, etc. And they're just googling. That's their key. They just google, is meat bad? And of course Google would show meat is bad. So I don't get. And they're talking about WHO, and I even debunked it. And they see, when people try not to listen, they can't, they become blind.
Right.
So I don't care. And people are there, and there are some followers of mine, they trust, and they lost hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
Right.
They go and destroy them. I don't even need to address them.
Well, and sometimes even really resistant people, when you plant that seed, that they plant that idea in their mind, even though they reject it now, that seed is still there. And then sometimes they stumble upon new information and they go, oh wow, maybe that guy was right. Or maybe they know somebody who tries it and loses a lot of weight, gets off the medication, or gets rid of the very same medical problem that they're suffering from. And so then that seed was already planted and had a little time to grow. So
Yeah.
sometimes even the most resistant minds yield to the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Recent During my recent lives, a person came and apologized to me. She said that she was one of the haters, and she tried to comment badly or negatively. Now I don't know what happened, but she tried the diet and she lost she lost so many problems. And now she said that I'm very sorry. I came here to publicly apologize. So I'm very happy. See, I don't care because it's free, right? So I kept everything for free on the YouTube, and I answer every people's questions on live, so that I don't have fear. The people who share negative information, they should have fear. And see, there are some people who just want to get popular, so let
Sure.
them give the
Right.
chance. Yeah, at least they could get some popularity. I don't
Right.
care.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's such an
Excellent.
awesome attitude, BNS. That's what it's about. I mean, me and Tom don't charge for nothing. I don't know if anyone would pay us anyway, but we don't charge. We don't make anything. We have AdSense, but I
Yeah,
mean,
and
we make a nickel
yeah,
here and there.
and
Uh,
recently I made a weight loss course, but what I said that the people who want handheld approach and who really want to talk with me, like they want personal guidance, only take it. Otherwise, don't take it because everything is for free. So that's and people are taking it. And I want to share one more thing. Recently, I interviewed Master Wong again,
awesome.
and he said that don't care about negative people or hatred people who are doing it on purpose, because they are spending their negative energy, and they are spending their energy, they are exhausting their energy for you. So and take that energy and don't spend any. So I'm not
There you
caring any.
go.
It's a nicely
Just
said.
absorb it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was curious, BNS, what is the one food, or maybe it's a couple of foods that are people like, oh, I can't give that up. There's no way. Like over here, it's bread and fries. Usually is like the big things
Right. He
here.
means fried potatoes when he says
Yeah,
fries.
fridge fries. Yeah.
Okay. So I did not thought of this before, but carbohydrates like rice.
Ah, rice. That's a
Why?
good
I
one.
thought like people are addicted to sugar, but many people are really addicted to carbohydrates. Like when yesterday I interviewed Dr. Robert Sivas, and he's a carb addiction doc, right?
Yeah, he's awesome. I love him.
So
Yeah, I don't think
he
you've
talked
seen
about
this.
the
So
we cannot
rice
see that.
guy.
It's showing green screen.
There you go. Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. The basmati rice.
Yeah. So I used to eat that all the time. I still
Yeah.
have the bags laying around. And
Like
I thought it
some
was crazy because I mean, weren't you brought up to believe that like brown rice is one of the best purest foods you could eat, right?
yeah, like people here have, okay, I will not eat rice, but I will eat brown rice. Okay, I will not eat brown rice, but I will eat a chapati. Chapati means it's made out of wheat. So
Oh.
people think that wheat is greater than rice. I don't know the logic. Like
Yeah.
doctors also recommend
And
it.
if I had to guess, like white rice is best for you out of all those choices.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But people are misled and see that the more like how to say this like people are there are so many people who want to mislead you as long as you want to get misleaded.
Right.
So we have to be clever and intelligent. And if someone says something, try to get the meaning. Like, okay, he's saying something. What's the proof? Like, what's common sense? What's the proof? And what's the anecdotes? So I always try to present common sense, anecdotes, and science.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. And that's like, I don't react too strongly to people that criticize because this will happen even inside the carnivore community. People have differences about certain points. And so I try and entertain the long discussion, especially, it happens on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, you give people time to respond. And I try to keep a conversation going rather than saying, oh, no, you're wrong. You don't know the science. I just let it roll out slowly,
I'll do that. I'll tell people they're wrong and that they don't know the science. I'll argue with people all day long. It's so
Yeah,
bad.
the thing is that people are not ready to debate with you. See, they are keyboard warriors. They cannot come face to face.
Right.
Like I literally gave an invitation that come and let's sort this out, because there's in medical field, what's more harmful is that we should not like, there's this ethics that we should not harm people.
Right. Yeah. The Hippocratic oath.
It's okay that even we do not benefit them, but we should not harm. So when I am showing that many success stories and that much science, people just say that, okay, meat causes cancer. Like I am presenting all the science why it's not.
Right.
People like imagine that if everyone lost weight without the help of others, what would happen to their business?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and particularly GI distress or in the large intestine. So if you have an inflammatory condition in the large intestine, that's actually the highest risk for
Cancer.
bowel disease, right?
Yeah.
So the people try and say, oh, red meat causes let's say like colon cancer or rectal cancer, right? But actually IBS and all those other diseases where there's inflammatory disease in the bowel is far, far, far more likely to cause cancer, and on a magnitude of over 1,000 times more likely, right? And that's what people don't understand. So if you keep eating a diet full of fiber and oxalates and all this stuff that's almost indigestible or loaded with indigestible, things like fiber or what am I trying to think of, the stuff they make paper out of? Cellulose. Yeah, if you eat a cellulose rich diet and it's constantly irritating your colon or your your large intestine, you're way more likely to get cancer just from those irritations. And that's what diverticulitis, and it gets into Crohn's disease
And the hemorrhoids.
and the hemorrhoids, the misery of hemorrhoids, right?
Yeah, and people recommend taking fiber again for the diverticulosis, etc. It's the
Right.
worst combination.
Right. And it's probably the very thing that's actually causing the disease, right? Just like with we were talking about gout earlier. Just
Yeah,
blame it on meat,
exactly.
and it's got to be meat's fault.
See, there is this shifting of flag posts. For example, if someone says that meat is causing cancer, and if I say something like if I show the evidence, people will say that okay, now wheat and like meat will cause what we say gout. And if I show the evidence, they will go and say okay, meat will cause diabetes. And if I show evidence, like it's they go on switching
Right.
their
They're always
goalposts.
going to have something else because they just, like you said, they're so stubborn, so narrow-minded.
Yeah,
They just
shifting
don't
the
want to go there.
goalposts.
They want to have that shift. Yeah.
Well,
They're so attached to it.
when you hear these messages over and over again your whole life, they become truth, whether they're well founded or not, right?
Yeah, we can like I'm copying Bruce Lee's dialogue here, but these beliefs become doctrines, and these doctrines become gospel truth.
Right.
They
There you
can't
go. Well
change.
said.
They can't change. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happening.
Yeah. And unfortunately, much of it is the enemy of science and
Yeah.
therefore the enemy of humankind. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
got a funny story, funny success story, Tom and Justin. That a new like some of the negative channels, they said that eggs causes diabetes, and here's the study. And I
Uh,
literally went to the study and I debunked it because they said that junk food and cakes also considered as eggs in their opinion. So, and
Oh,
I studied everything. And literally after that, I got so many success stories that people reverse their diabetes only on eggs. So it's like
that's awesome.
success stories are the punch in the face.
Oh
So
right.
yeah,
that's
definitely. Yeah, for
The
sure.
punch in the face.
So
You've been
BNS, I would like to touch on a maybe it's a sensitive topic or sensitive to YouTube, but because you're there and so I feel like I want to ask, and maybe you'll feel better talking more about this off camera. Sorry, subscribers. So there's a lot of news about the virus. I'm pretty sure you know which virus I'm talking about.
yeah.
A huge outbreak in India. Have you had people that maybe caught it and recovered, maybe being carnivore, or it
Yes.
helped them in the recovery or anything like that? And is it really, really bad over there right now, or is our media blowing it up? I am kind of curious, honestly. Whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Justin. Actually, I forgot to share about that. What happened is that some of the subscribers got attacked by that virus, and
Mhm.
they were on this diet, and they could see the difference within 3 days. I like they literally came to the live, and when I conducted live 3 days after, their face got totally changed. That
really.
their recovery rates are so much high that they made videos about that. That I am on this diet and I did not feel anything. And funny thing is that rest of their family who did not do the diet got severely ill, but the person who is doing the diet did not got ill. For example, a person shared that their relatives, for example, there are two relatives. One relative was doing my diet, like almost my diet, and she recovered very fast, like 2 to 3 days. And another relative was like put on to a ventilator.
Oh
He did
man.
not do the diet. So we can literally, they are sharing themselves. I'm not even saying that, but the situation is was pretty bad
Hmm.
few weeks ago, but now it's settling down because the medical infrastructure got overwhelmed, that the oxygen capacity did not suffice, and many of the people are like, what that they consume very like many people are metabolically ill here, like 1 out of 3 Indians are metabolically unhealthy.
Well, just
So
about everybody got sick here in the States too, was the same way.
yeah.
The vast majority, they were older, they're overweight, and they had a lot of other medical conditions, which is exactly what you expect to happen in an epidemic. So I was just curious, what's the weather like there right now?
It's
Is
like
it
it's
wind?
sunny. It's sunny.
It's sunny. What season are you in?
Yeah, it's summer season.
Summer season. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So and soon we will enter into rainy season. So yeah.
Mm,
And one more thing is that I hate a thing about this thing is that, for example, a person is fat. Okay, a kid is fat. Let us imagine he will go he will experience so many humiliations that you have to exercise more, man. You have to eat less, and they'll try to how to say get this inferiority complex. They try to imbibe that kind of complex, and they think that it's their fault. Actually, the food they are eating is wrong. They don't know about that, and many people suffer through this, and they get trauma also. So many people suffer when they don't. They can't even go outside because people they think that people will think badly about them. It's the food that is problem, not them. So I am very like that's the topic. Like people, children needs confidence, right? Kids need confidence, but due to being overweight, they cannot get that confidence, and they think that it's their fault, and I highly hate it. I hate it.
I do
Yeah,
too,
and then
because
they
it's the bad information that we all suffered from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrong food.
And dietitians and nutritionists, what they say, you have to exercise more, you have to eat less, you have to starve yourself.
Right.
Oh, but I'm very happy that many nutritionists and doctors wrote mails to me. They asked the science, and they are very open to oxalates, and I'm very happy that some of yeah. And I got another success story that there's a dentist. Uh, elderly person came to his office like for the appointment, and the dentist was doing my diet, and he asked that how are you to that elderly person, and he said that. I'm fine, but I am experiencing some sorts of pain. But I follow this person, and this person is like very useful for me. And the dentist said that I too know him. So like this diet became viral. There are so many people offline who knows about this diet than online because it became like spread through the word of mouth. They know it works, right? People are not dumb. Some people are dumb, but they will eventually become
Yeah,
intelligent.
but you see your neighbor lose a bunch of weight and feeling good, and you're like, okay, what happened? How'd you do that? Right?
Like people are even willing to starve themselves to do like lose weight, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm saying that you can eat until you are full and you don't need to starve. Why can't they go to this diet?
Right.
Now, I am curious if there's like an age range that you find. Is it more the newer generation, or maybe Tom's age, and the older people really, really struggling, or is it all three, or
All three,
because
we can say.
because you're young, so do you attract more younger people?
Yeah. Fortunately, there are so many like people like 50 plus age are doing this. Uh, so what's happening is that uh, like people who are like aged 70 plus also doing this diet because of the success stories. So that's where we can attract so many people. Like for example, a person came like she is 53 years old, and she said that everyone needs to do this diet.
Awesome.
So like now people over 50 can think that okay, she's doing the diet, I can also do that. And there are some people who was like 13 years old or 14 years old, they are experiencing benefits and they're saying their success stories. So people of that age are attracting. So I got entire spectrum of the people. So many people are doing that. And the success stories are the one who made it who made the diet popular.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So, where do we go from here? You got any new projects you're working on you want to share, or do you have any other changes from the last time we saw you that you want to share? Or?
Yeah, like I'm interviewing, like as usual, I'm interviewing as many people as possible to get the information to the people. So the bigger I grow, the more people I can get. For example, that's why I recommend people, if you have time, please check out this channel. I will, yeah, one second. So this is my Indian channel. I think you cannot understand it, but yeah, go and check out this channel because it's in English and I provide subtitles throughout the video. So that anyone can understand. And I interviewed many people like Wim Hof also, Wim Hof, Professor Tim Knox, Nina Teicholz, etc. And I have interviewed 55 guests so far.
Dr. Sean Baker has also been interviewed.
Ken Berry, everyone. And now today I'm interviewing Rubio Fuerte. Do you know guys about? Do you know him?
I don't recognize the name.
Rubio
He's
Fuerte.
popular on Instagram. He's a nutritional scientist.
Oh, great. I'll look him up.
Yeah. So I will interview today. So my aim is to interview as many people as possible, to bring as big people as possible, so that it helps everyone, and I can translate that into my language so that people will understand the science behind it. So if you have time, please check out the channel BNS Gokul.
For sure. We'll put
Absolutely.
a link.
We'll send everybody over there.
Hmm.
And I'm with you too. I felt from the very beginning the most important thing I could do was help people tell their story, right? Because it's
Yes.
that example of what happened when they change something that really carries the most weight. And then of course we can always back that up with science because we
Yeah,
love
maybe
us some science.
maybe I learned it from you. You are the first person I think who started to interview carnivores or something like that, and yeah, it gives people a kind of personal feeling. For example, we can show all the science, but it cannot reach lay people, right? Like average people, masses. We cannot reach them. But a success story or a personal interview would make a lot of difference than the science. So that's why, yeah. Thank you for that, Tom.
Well, if you want to give me credit, I guess I should take it.
You deserve it. And Justin, and I would like to share a few things that you guys are spectacular because you became such kind of close friends to me that even though we are miles apart,
Yeah,
you guys are always with me in my thoughts. So I really appreciate and value our friendship. Thank
I
you.
talk about you all the time, buddy.
Me too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You make a big impact. I mean, Bella, Janice, Raymond, we all talk about you. I mean, it's we yeah. You're our number one Indian.
Thank you.
Well, you might be number one on enthusiasm too. You've got an amazing amount of enthusiasm, and you're a master at social media and video production. You got the whole ball of wax, dude.
Yeah. I would say that what one can be, one must be.
Uh,
That's
Right.
what I believe.
that's pretty profound. I might have to quote you on that.
Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely put links to your channels in the show notes, and of course, you're welcome back anytime. I'm glad we made time to talk because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Been quite a while since we had a good conversation. So at least on film. So, but yeah, we'll have to I'm thinking about starting up the push-up challenge again. So
nice.
I'm trying to. I think we should all work our way back up to 200 push-ups a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean
That was
do 500, right?
What's
Sometimes.
that?
Sean does 500 push-ups.
Jeez. Well,
Yeah.
one day we'll catch up to Sean.
There we
Yeah.
go. That's the
For
goal.
now, we'll just compete, the three of us.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm up. I'm in.
Awesome.
Okay.
We just can't invite Charmaine because she'll beat us all.
Yeah, Charmaine's too strong. Monkey power.
So I have one more question for BNS before we go.
Yeah.
So BNS, how are the Indian ladies doing? How the ladies in India? You're a pretty popular, sharp dressed guy. Are you getting, proposals every other day? Are the girls coming on your show and being like, BNS, marry me, I'm doing carnivore, make me your bride? Is that how it's going?
Do you have to terrify him?
No. I respect my subscribers. So, like a majority of the women, like many people are suffering from thyroid. So, thank you for asking that question indirectly. So, many women here suffer from PCOS, thyroid, and they don't know anything, and they are eating lots of unnecessary things. So, many people are reversing their thyroid and their PCOS, PCOD, their irregular periods, menstruation problems. They are reversing it. So they are becoming fans of me, so I'm very happy. So but I'm glad that I could reach everyone, like inclusive channel. So yeah, I cleverly deflected your question.
You're getting very skilled at it there, man.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah, I know Justin can't resist when he's got a chance to embarrass somebody a little bit, put you on the spot. All right, guys. Well, this has been a great one for the ages, and hopefully we'll do it again sooner. We'll make sure we put plenty of contact information in the show notes for BNS, and it's really great connecting with you again. I mean, you're one of the people towards the beginning there that connected with. I mean, you used to come on those Meet RX morning meetings, and you're all just full of energy, and he had a story to tell every day, he had a joke every day, and that was good stuff, man. That kind of magic doesn't come along that often, so it's good to be friends with you, even though we're on like opposite sides of the planet.
Oh yeah. That's what's so awesome about Carnivore, just the way it can bring people together. I mean, last weekend or 2 weekends ago, we interviewed someone from Singapore. You know,
Michelle Lilik. Yeah, that video drops tomorrow morning, by the way, with Michelle Lilik.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, she's in Singapore. She said they were actually going through another round of lockdowns for the COVID over there. So
yeah, we have lockdowns here too now.
We're just starting to really ease up. Next month we can stop wearing masks outside in the middle of next month, something like that. So
no more masks where I'm at in the middle of the country. Completely lifted it last weekend.
Yeah. So I that's why I asked you what the weather was like there, because I was wondering if the weather really plays a role in the virus or not, because it's like not quite summer yet. It's like late spring here. So and we're down like 70%. Our infection rate's dropping. So I don't know if the weather really has an effect or not. So
yeah.
But thank you again.
One more thing. I believe that BNS is the first interview that me and Tom ever did together.
Yes. So
yeah,
I'm very
as the first person we interviewed together was BNS.
I didn't even know. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. And my first interview was with you guys.
Oh.
So now even Sean interviewed me. So
yeah, I saw. It's really good. We should post a link to that as well.
Yeah, we'll stick that in the show notes.
Yeah.
It's like the people who we consider them as idols, like the greatest idols, like they interview us. It's a great feeling. So I'm very grateful. And I still remember Tom saying me a year and a half ago that he said that I got a nice presence on camera and people would like to listen to me. And that word got stuck in my mind. And I thought, okay, I could make a difference. And maybe you were one of the starting step in my journey. So thank you, Tom and Justin.
Awesome.
Well, I'm glad I had a positive influence on you. Most people think I have a negative influence. I'm just kidding. But no, you definitely have the right persona for being on film, for sure. You were meant to be in videos.
Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.
Yeah, well, Daynata, my friend, I mean, to be honest with you, what you've achieved over there is magnitudes beyond what anybody ever imagined. I mean, I knew you'd be successful, but your popularity over there and the influence you've had on people's health is just staggering, especially since it happened so fast, right?
Yeah. I'm very lucky in that regard. For example, I got 100,000 subscribers in the starting 50 days. So I became viral. So with God's help and with right information, it happens.
Absolutely.
Well, good for you, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Well, we probably better wrap this up. So I'm just going to say until next time, everybody out there, eat some more meat, feel better, and whatever you do,
don't fall down the carb hole.